We're keeping it classic and we're keeping it simple. What about a breakfast sausage hash with your choice of eggs? Let's go. If you guys have followed the channel at all, at any point in time, you know my love for Mexican food. Breakfast is no different. Mexican breakfast, lunch, dinner, you name it. The one thing I feel like we've kind of like skimmed over and kind of like got lost in the art of griddle cooking and breakfast is just a simple breakfast hash with simple breakfast sausage. Tennessee Pride is my all-time favorite. We keep it classic, simple, super easy, and this is what we're gonna start doing. Take these potatoes and we're boiling them in some salted water, and we're gonna parboil them to about halfway done. Heirloom tomatoes, it's that time of year and absolutely love them. Just a little salt and pepper. Alright, I've got the lid taken off of the Solo. That way we can cook towards you guys. I like this so much more than the other way around. So let's just say potatoes, sausage, probably on half at first. So let's just start this side on and we'll go to low while it preheats. We can start cutting our potatoes. And as much as we like to preach, match the hatch. Well, those are done perfectly. So I'm just guessing each one of these a little bit different sizes. So maybe one potato creates 8 pieces. You guys get the idea.
We did say your hatch is a little bit bigger than my hatch.
Hey, don't talk about the size of my hatch. When they're all cut, they should look something like that. All right, I got it jumped up to like a medium heat. Now let's heaten up. This side's off right now. It does not take long at all for this thing to start warming up, so just be cautious about it. And I really want to introduce those potatoes as soon as possible because I want as much flavor in those potatoes as possible. Sausage is starting to cook. I'm not necessarily worried about browning. I still think we have a long ways to go, but I do want to incorporate those potatoes, like I said. As that sausage grease starts releasing, we should be able to have a really good base for those potatoes and try to start browning themselves. Everything's mixed up. And I really don't care if I have chunks of sausage. I don't care if it's ground up really small. I like the differences in texture. All I'm looking for now is to create like an even surface because I would like to get some browning on the potatoes. I think that will, I'm all about texture, right? So I think it will help, but we just gotta get that point. So let's get a good, nice, even foundation. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna turn on low, and then we're just gonna lightly start sauteing our vegetables because I don't want to overdo those. Once we add them back over here, they continue to cook, which will continue to flavor the potatoes. And if we're making a hash, I feel like everything's got to be uniform in flavor. So it should be really good. And what I might do actually is just turn that side of the griddle off. I'm turning that back off. I changed my mind. Plenty of space over here. We'll put those vegetables down. That will start cooking right next to the hash because I really want to incorporate as much flavor as possible, right? So you can see we're cooking, learning our zones, all that fun stuff about a new griddle. Match made in heaven. Shake that salt, pepper, garlic, and butter. I'm gonna put that on potatoes and sausage. It is really great with potatoes. I know you guys say that you like it on your eggs. However, even though it's my seasoning, I'm not a big fan. I still like my salt and pepper, just on eggs though. So for the vegetables, just a little salt and pepper. Just a light bit of pepper in there too. When we talk about hash browns, we talk about patience, right? You're gonna need some oil, need some good temp, but more importantly, patience. This has been on the griddle for at least 10 minutes. My low is different than your low, there's no doubt about it. So depending on what griddle you have, you gotta be careful. But not turning this side of the griddle on obviously helps us keep the griddle temperatures low. So what I'm looking for is kind of like a sneak peek here of those brownings. See that right there? That right there is undeniable flavor. So that's what we're looking for. So I know not everything's gonna pick it up, but when you can get it, it's worth it. Alrighty, everything is good to go. They're gonna start cooking again. Now we're gonna really start cooking those vegetables down inside the hash for all that flavor. So I'm spreading everything out just a little bit more. Really get it spread out. Quick little griddle tip. This is definitely more visual than it would be on a rolled steel griddle. Blackstone, Halo, Weber, Traeger, right? Since the griddle is already seasoned, it's so dark, you don't visually see all the things and the nuances that go on with the colorization going back and forth, right? We also talk about maintenance of a griddle. Sometimes you can season a griddle and not even mean to, just because your griddle's high enough and you got some oil down, it'll start that seasoning process, okay? So what I'm gonna do, I'm going to turn this off. I'm gonna go and turn this on low just for this video. I was gonna move everything over and cook on this side, but we're gonna teach you how to clean, especially on any griddle setup, but visually it's a lot better on this. You see how brown that is? That's called fond in the culinary world. That is like, that's gold, right? That's what you want your gravies to be built out of, your sauces and all that other stuff. What we are going to do is cut our temperatures back completely off on this side, okay? This is going to continue to cook, but what happens is, just like the idea of sauteing a pan inside the skillet or inside your house, right? When you got vegetables. Once you take those vegetables and your skillet off the stove, you'll start noticing moisture will start creeping into your pan. It's because your vegetables are excreting that moisture. That's going to happen here. So if we just turn this side off, turn this on and start cooking our eggs, the fond is naturally going to be easier to release because it's got moisture in it now. So you don't get a chance to see that a lot when you're flat top cooking, but that's why I preach your griddle's got like enough residual heat. You can learn to cook on the other side, but just visually it's going to give you a lot different visual representation. So I'll show you. I won't try to clean it or nothing, but you can see already, it's already easier to scrape off just from the moisture being released. I always preach, especially with eggs, the easiest way to tell the griddle temperature, because remember, you cannot put a thermogun on a stainless steel. It reflects differently. There are surface thermometers. You don't really need one. You just need to understand what's hot and medium and cold, right? So let's see if I can show you here. See how gently that butter's coming down? That is a perfect temp right there. I mean, you can't ask for better. Just a little butter down, no tricks or nothing, just a little salt. I think our hash has completely no sound in it, which is good. So I'm just gonna take my scraper, start working that stainless steel, getting those bits off. See how much easier it comes off. Alrighty, a little bit of cheddar. Mix that with a little bit of American. Somebody made a comment in my initial solo video that I must have been scared to show the egg process because the eggs must have stuck like crazy. The reality is we showed eggs in the video 2 different times, and this is not any different than what I expected. See how nice and gentle that butter is? That's what happens when you can get a really good low temp. If it was too hot, your butter would bubble extremely hard and it would start turning brown on you. I mean, look how good that looks. The potatoes have been cooked in that sausage fat. The vegetables have been broken down. I mean, that's about as simple as it gets. Come back up with that 2 cheese omelet, just like that over top. That's what I call a good start to the day. And if you're like me, you got those beautiful sunny side up eggs. That ain't shabby, folks. We've had a couple people reach out that they were upset that the oils burned on their griddle on the Solo. And it just goes back to, on a rolled steel griddle, you don't see that happening. On a stainless steel, you see everything. So if you see right here, I mean, granted, we didn't use high temps today, but I mean, it should be pretty easy to clean. I think it's all about grill to confidence, stuff like that. So I think the flat top, like the rolled seal, hides a lot of stuff that people aren't very aware of, especially as they start their journey. But with stainless steel, I think what happens a lot of times is if I would have started off and putting everything over the griddle and everything was like a medium heat per se, and then I moved everything over, this side of the griddle would still be cooking, which means it's still burning the oils and stuff like that. So when you look at the whole surface area, like, man, my surface area is scorched. When you think about a skillet inside the stove, you add maybe tablespoon, 2 tablespoons of olive oil, you salt out your vegetables. A lot of times the pan that you choose inside your house will mimic the amount of vegetables that you have, right? If you're only doing like, you know, a portion of one, I doubt you're getting a 12 or 15 inch, matter of fact, hang on. It's my new toy, it's not even clean yet. If I put a teaspoon of olive oil or a tablespoon of olive oil and a teaspoon of garlic in here and put this on the stove, it's going to burn. If I put 3 tablespoons of olive oil and I put a whole bell pepper, a whole onion, and start moving it around, then it's not going to burn the bottom of the pan, right? So the same idea with a skillet or the griddle. A lot of times your surface area is on the whole way, and if you don't have anything on it, you're going to burn that oil, whether it be olive oil, avocado oil, or something like that. So I think it's just the more knowledge we can get to you guys, the better it is for you guys to have a more successful journey for griddle cooking. Alrighty, a little hot sauce right there on that bite for me. I don't know what the wife wants to do, but that tomatoes on the side, a little salt and pepper. I love it as a little garnish, that little acidity that it adds. And I gotta be honest with you folks, unless you, I mean, you really have to screw this up for this not to be good. No no ums. It's just dang good. Packed with the things that you like. Obviously you can cook the eggs whichever way you want to. It's just so good. Sometimes the little things, you know? Right? I think cooking the vegetables and the potatoes and the sausage as long as possible.
Yep. That's the key.
I mean, it's so simple and good.
You could use whatever vegetables you have in your fridge.
I was just going to say, use the mentality of a traditional fried rice. Although we like to keep the basics, a lot of times traditionally a fried rice is made of whatever was left over in the refrigerator. A hodgepodge per se. And there you go. Find us on Instagram, find us on Facebook. There's a join button down below. It's a membership program. We thank each and every one of you for taking time for doing so. I can't speak. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to press that subscribe button, pound the notification button, share with your friends. Now, do you want the cheese omelet?
I mean,
Look at that sucker. Look at that layered.
I know they're both going to be perfect.
Layered with cheese, and as you open up, just kind of, oh, that's a bite right there.
Oh, give me that bite.
Since you called for it first, as I was cutting it, you sneaker. Look at that.
Yep.